forget to like and subscribe.
And hit the notification bell
so we can go to college and get more knowledge.
Welcome back in the place to be with the CBDC Assets Group. Thank you all for being a part of the group. Had to come back with the XRP leprechaun himself, leading us all to that pot of gold at the end of the crypto rainbow, Brad Garlinghouse. He says the judge understands now that this is an important case and it's going to set a precedent. Bold words. And how I was on Capitol Hill a couple weeks ago. What other crypto CEO you know talking like that? And when it comes to other cryptos, he just simply says, I can't find a utility. What's the utility? When he was asked, are we going to be affected by this shakeout with XRP? Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you on the next one.
Now, if you told me you owned all of the Bitcoin in the world and you offered it to me for $25, I wouldn't take it.
In my life, I try and avoid things that are stupid and evil and make me look bad in comparison with somebody else. And Bitcoin does all three. It's stupid because it's very likely to go to zero. The same way it's evil because it undermines the Federal Reserve System and the national currency system, which we desperately need to maintain its integrity and government control and so on. And third, it makes us look foolish compared to the communist leader in China. He was smart enough to ban Bitcoin in China.
Oof. That's some acid being thrown at cryptocurrency here. Berkshire Hathaway's Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger tripling down on their disdain for Bitcoin. Charlie Gasparino is live at the Milken Conference with one of the biggest players in crypto. Can't wait to hear what he thinks, Charlie.
Brad Garlinghouse, you heard it. The Oracle doesn't like you guys.
The Oracle of Omaha has spoken. You know, look, I think, I remember when I first heard about Tik-Tok, and I just didn't get it. And I do think there are some things about technology shifts and generational shifts that are, you know, it is hard to track sometimes. You and I both, I'm sure, remember Jamie Dimon just a few years ago talked about how Bitcoin's a fraud. You know, has his opinion changed in a way that understanding that whether it's Bitcoin or these other technologies, there's a lot of good to be done in the world.
It's not evil.
It's certainly not evil, and there's a lot of examples where you can use these technologies to make systems that we all depend upon more open, more efficient, and you know, look, I think bettering society. So I'm not going to take the time to try to convince Charlie Munger or Warren Buffett that they're wrong.
How old are they?
I'm not 100% sure, but I've been told they're 91 and 98.
Okay, so we're not going to go there, all right? But in any event, you are the CEO of Ripple, the cross-border payment. It's competing with the SWIFT system, correct?
Correct.
XRP is one of your, I guess, can I say it's one of your currencies? How do I do this?
We talk about it as it's native to our technology stack.
And it's under assault by the SEC.
For sure. The whole industry, in my judgment, is under assault.
But I think if your case, the SEC is saying that it's a security, it's illegal essentially, pay us billions of dollars, and you chose to fight it. Your case will set the stage, set the agenda for the SEC's foray into crypto regulation and how far Gary Gensler, the chairman of the SEC, is going to go. Where's the case right now?
Look, from my point of view, the case has gone quite well. A lot of it has been, skirmishes around discovery and these kind of things. But it's clear that the judge understands that this is an important case. It's going to be, set precedent. We're getting close to summary judgment filings. Everything will be before the judge now by the end of November. What that means in terms of how long the judge will take to review the case.
So it could be this year.
That's an optimistic view, but it's not impossible.
What do you think of Mr. Gensler's approach here? He's a friend, I'm assuming, right?
No, actually, I've never met him. He certainly, I guess the simplest way I'd characterize this, I think when you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail. When you're Gary Gensler at the SEC, everything looks like a security, which doesn't really make sense. And look, he said a lot of things that I just think are talking points that don't really make sense. He says justice delayed is justice denied. Yet they brought this lawsuit against Ripple, and every possible juncture they have sought to delay the case. And our view is like, look, we're trying to move as quickly as we can. We will continue to move as quickly as we can because we think it's very clear.
What do you think he's going
facts
to do?
are on our side?
What's he going to do with regulation?
Well, I think he clearly wants, in the context that there is uncertainty in the United States federal government about who regulates crypto.
He wants it.
He wants it. He wants it. And I think it's empire building. I mean,
Now, will the Republicans let him take it?
I think there's a piece of legislation reintroduced just last Thursday, bipartisan support, called the Digital Commodity Exchange Act, and it has broad support. I was on Capitol Hill 2 or 3 weeks ago, spoke with a bunch of elected representatives on both sides of the aisle. There's broad support that the CFTC needs to have a stronger voice here, and even the executive order that you and I have talked about before that Biden put out, it really calls for the SEC to work with the CFTC and other agencies.
One more question before we let you go. I know you're a busy guy. Will there be a shakeout in crypto? Like, it doesn't really affect you guys because, if you know something about XRP, Ripple, 2 different entities, but plus XRP is trading at whatever it is based on the SEC action. You can get a bump up if you win. You're kind of, I guess, you're not going to be affected by the shakeout if there is one. Do you think there will be one?
Well, look, the overall market today that, Munger and Buffett think isn't worth anything is worth $2 trillion.
Yeah.
And I think the likelihood that 5-10 years from now it's worth a lot more than that is extremely high. But I think that the whole industry will have some that fail because some of them I can't figure out what the utility is. What's the use case?
Dogcoin. Doggy coin, Liz. I'm going to toss to you on doggy coin.
Okay, doggy coin. It's Dogecoin, dum-dum. Yeah, you're getting like right up there with Buffett and Munger too, Charlie. All right, thank you, and good to see you, Brad Garlinghouse.
Wait, what was going on with Buffett and Munger? Why do they hate crypto so much?
They just feel that it doesn't have any value, that it's just simply software, and who knows? They called it magic. They're against it. I think Brad really talked about it in a fair way.
There's going to be a day where they could buy their hearing aids with crypto. You know that, Liz?
You're disrespectful, Charlie. Thank you both very much.